Yes, and a series of emails have surfaced showing that former IRS official Lois Lerner had direct conversations with the Department of Justice about targeting conservative groups for possible criminal prosecution. House Oversight Committee member, GOP Congressman Ron DeSantis says it's clear there is a conflict of interest involving the DOJ now, and it's time for a special prosecutor to investigate this matter. He joins us now live. Congressman, thank you for your time today.
Happy Easter, Shannon.
Thank you so much, and to you as well. A lot of new information coming out this week, but we see a series of emails that show conversations that appear to be between the DOJ, between Lois Lerner at the IRS, and possibly the Federal Election Commission as well. To my knowledge, those had not been available to the committee staff, to Congress, before they were part of a Freedom of Information Act request. Why do you think those had not been provided to you, or had you seen them before?
We had not seen those before, and this has been a constant effort to try to get these emails, but we're glad Judicial Watch requested it and received it. And I think it really raises questions because you have liberal interest groups basically coming up with this theory, hey, let's criminally prosecute these people. Then you have a liberal Democratic senator actually raise it at a Senate hearing. And then you have people in the DOJ and the IRS who are very responsive to this, and they're having questions about it. And Lerner, she even sent an email to some of her staff, and she said, look, the theory behind this is to shut these groups down. They think if you prosecute one, then you'd end up essentially cowing the rest of them into shutting up. And she even said that the legal theory would be, and she put this in quotes, would be that they, quote, lied on their IRS forms. Well, that suggests that she's even acknowledging that it was just essentially a ruse to be able to activate the criminal machinery of government. So it's a very troubling scenario, but clearly at this point, the fact that DOJ, and they were the ones that requested to speak to Lois Lerner about this, the fact that they were involved with this, you know, I do think that creates a conflict, and I think we should have a special prosecutor. I've been calling for a special prosecutor for months because I didn't have confidence in Attorney General Eric Holder, but now I think there's even more reason to move ahead with that.
And, of course, the House Ways and Means Committee not long ago referred potential criminal charges against Lois Lerner to the DOJ. Many have questions about whether that would be impartially pursued by the DOJ. You mentioned your concerns as well and talk about a special prosecutor. Who decides to appoint a special prosecutor? And in your estimation, why hasn't it happened to this point?
Well, unfortunately, in this instance, that needs to be done by the Attorney General. We've had Attorney Generals in the past, like Janet Reno, who was a liberal Democrat, but she appointed a special prosecutor when she thought there were cause to do so. So it's going to take some public pressure to get this particular Attorney General to move. And you mentioned the Ways and Means letter. That is just saying what they think. Holder can throw that in his trash can. Now, we in the House are going to hold Lerner in contempt when we get back from Easter, and the DOJ is required to at least bring that in front of a grand jury. So I'm hoping that they'll at least move forward on that. But that's a couple weeks out, and we'll have to see what happens.
All right, very quickly, we just have a few seconds, but I want to make sure to give you a chance to respond to the ranking member, Congressman Elijah Cummings' statement that all of these investigations are nothing more than a, quote, witch hunt.
Well, talk to the people who were targeted, Shannon. We've had them come before our committee. When your rights are being under the microscope, when the machinery of government is used to target that, that's very serious business. And I couldn't disagree with Mr. Cummings more.
All right, Congressman Ron DeSantis, live in Florida. Thank you, sir, for your time today.
Thank you.